Sex talks about apps.
Hello everybody, Dalek Sex speaking, at the voice of sex on Twitter, if you want to come and play with me. This is the last day of the Halloween Sextacular. One day late owing to the horrendous amount of time I've been spending playing WWE 2K16. That's a little bit loud in the white noise there, so we'll take that down a bit. Right, this is Lego Spoopy Dog. I should explain to our younger viewers, Spoopy Dog is one of the great cartoons of the 1980s. It was made by a couple of Japanese guys, I think, called Adam Cornish and Joe Bananas. The man who famously coined the phrase, "These bananas are shit." And it was about a spooky dog. There's Spooky Dog. And he used to do spooky things. And it was very funny because kids loved it because it was a dog, and adults loved it because it was all about drugs. That's Drugs Man there, Spoopy Dog's best friend, Drugs Man. You can see he's off his face because he can't build a Lego thing, which is funny. And I don't know if you remember the Drugs Men. It was not many people know this, but drugs weren't really a thing until the 80s. Drugs came out in 1975, but we didn't actually know what they were for a while. We were using them as cat food for a while, but cats are already hilarious, so nobody really noticed. Then somebody dropped some in his tea. That's where the phrase "dropping drugs" comes from. And throughout the 80s, you can see... there's this famous catchphrase, "I'm a spoopy dog." But yeah, the Drugs Men were these wonderful, marvellous, colourful characters that went around giving you drugs for free. If you've ever seen a public information film for children from the 80s, you'll know that all Drugs Men were desperate to get you to do drugs in return for no money. But you had to say, "No, Drugs Man, drugs are bad." Because, you know, we were hardcore in the 80s. We were way cool enough to stay in school. And that's actually how we won the war on drugs. And with the character here is collecting. This was actually a running joke on the show. When the Spoopy Dog wouldn't do something, they would say, "Would you do it for some spoopy smack?" And that was a joke because in the 1980s, smack was a kind of code word for a meth. So you're picking up these bits of Lego, and the dog is actually eating all the meths. And so yeah, that was that for a while. And then there we had the 90s and the 2000s. And now it's the whatever these are, and they made this game, and it was wank.